What's up, everybody? Well, today I'm here for another full house cleaning to test vacuum cleaning performance. This time I thought I would feature my Hoover Elite 350. This is the U4463-9, looking all original. And I went as far as to making it look more original for temporary purposes right now. I have the original 5 amp motor that was from the Hoover Elite 5.0 Limited. The reason why I did that is because that one has the original 9-bladed fan versus the 7-bladed replacement fan that this motor would have came in. It's now apart because I need to rebuild the motor, because turns out it was making a loud motor sound that I thought was a broken fan. Turns out I think it's just bad motor bearings. So I'm going to get some replacement bearings, maybe get away with oiling the ones that are already in there. But for now, it's got a different motor. It's still the same 5 amps. So I'm interested to see how a 5 amp motor with a 9-blade fan would do with a single red bristle brush roll. Single row, I should say. I forgot to mention that. This is one of the brush rolls I had laying around for parts that needed a new set of bearings. I threw those in, and so here's how it looks. This is essentially a perfect example of an all-original Hoover Elite 350. Although, granted, none of the parts on this are original, numbers matching. But at least this is how Hoover would have built it from the factory. This Elite 350 model. Red bristle single row brush roll, 5 amp motor with 9-bladed fan. And I even went as far as to use the white carpet height adjustment knob. And then the new used outer bag, same perfect color for this particular model. And for modern standards, I am running a HEPA type A cloth HEPA bag that fits very well and should have much better filtration than even the paper bags would. So I don't think there's really not that much else to say about it, but other than I'm interested to see how this performs, because I already did a video a while back with my blue Elite 350, which had the single red bristle brush roll. The single row, I should say. I keep saying single red bristle. I meant single row red bristle. But I digress. That one I found out had the replacement 7-bladed fan impeller. And this one, although it's from a different vacuum, has the 9-bladed fan. So I'm interested to see how 2 extra fan impellers makes a difference as far as cleaning performance goes. So we're about to find that out. Since this model has a short cord, I had to plug it in the middle of my room just so I can reach all around. But anyway, let's get started. just a quick analyze of the carpet lines. I will say it grooms pretty good for being a single row brush roll. And I think what also adds to the level of cleaning is the fact that the brush roll, or more specifically the sole plate, actually has only one bar down the middle like an old style concept would. Which, you know, later Elites, they would eventually go to this 3-bar style base plate, which definitely makes for a little bit different of carpet lines. And honestly, it would dig into the bristles a little bit. But I feel like these older style Elites with this style base plate and these brush rolls, it doesn't matter if they're like red or white bristle, they definitely groom pretty good for what they are. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. that noise and the cat didn't move. Hopefully this means she's getting more used to vacuums. And just like that, the full house cleaning is all complete. This is such a great cleaner to use. I love using these old Hoover Elites. Never get tired of them. And they will still forever be my favorite vacuum. But now, let's go ahead and open up the bag and see what this old thing picked up. Per usual, I always like to wait a week before I do my vacuuming. And my golly, this is how much got picked up on that run. It's just fantastic. This is what I say, don't let the fact that this has a single row brush roll and a small little 5-amp motor fool you, because the performance on these Elites is just amazing for a vacuum of its size. Even though some people look at this to be a lightweight throwaway vacuum, I highly disagree to that. I do believe that these were built to be full-size upright vacuums. They just happen to be lightweight, which is why these things were such big hits when they came out back then. Ugh. Let me try and fix this. All right. But like I said, these were such great vacuums. They were such popular hits back then, but they eventually were retired when plastic parts got brittle and broke. But I still think they are great vacuums to this day, which is why I still like to get my hands on them and refurbish them as best as I can. Even totally rebuild them, because I think they're such great vacuums and they're better built than anything made today. So I try to keep them running as long as I can. But with that said, I hope you've enjoyed another full house cleaning with another Hoover Elite machine. Be sure and stay tuned, and don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.